Welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the eyebrow guy, the one, the only, Mad Montreal Man. And this is our regular episode, so it's gonna go long, folks. We have an interesting one for you today. Well, as you expect, there's going to be a Batman. We're gonna do the Todd McFarlane designed Batman. But I just, you know what? I don't want to do an all Batman episode. I want to mix it up. Because I am, of course, insane. I collect toys. After all, I am a toyaholic. So are you, because you're watching this channel. And if you are watching this channel, thank you, because, you know, you've hit like or subscribed at some point. And if you don't like the show, you're watching it. If you're watching it, hit like. Go ahead. Won't hurt you. But, no. I figured, why not just mix things up? Let's not just do DC today. Because, you know, Todd McFarlane Batman makes you think differently. So I'm going to pick up, this is another one I got off a collector. Ash, shout out. Marvel Legends Ulick. Hey, DC Marvel. But wait, I really want to mix it up. We're going to do Fisto from the He-Man series. I'm not stopping there. Nah. I saw this one. I don't know who the character is, but I went, I can see myself doing something really cool with that one if I don't like the figure. Sin from Spawn. Yes, another Spawn toy. And just because I want to have a good variety of action figures on today's show, I got this one as well. The NECA. Pop that Velcro Frankenstein. So what do you say we get things started? I'm not sure which one will open up first. He's last. Saving him for last. So let's start off with, I guess we'll start off with the Batman, designed by Todd McFarlane. I'm not sure how I feel about this Batman. Now, I've seen some other YouTubers who, when this came out, slammed it. They hated it. They just thought it was horrible. I see some good and bad. I mean, let's start off with the bad. I have to agree with the other people who reviewed it. I don't like this. I don't like the chest and, torso. It's a weird build. It's like he's built on a slight angle, which throws me off a little bit. It feels like this is more, it should have been a statue, not an action figure. The overall design, not that bad. I mean, I don't like the fact that he has like little, if you're going to put knives, make them actually look like knives. These just look like little bendy things. The Batarang is okay. So there's good and bad about this. It's designed by Todd, and we know Todd likes asymmetry. He doesn't like things to be symmetrical. That's why you have belt here, knife there. That throws me off a little bit. Now, a good example is, let's take these off the back. Give me Batman knives. Okay? They're not the same. To me, it makes sense to have knives that are the same. You can carry two blades, carry the same blades. This, you know how I feel about that. I just put Batman down and he fell out. So, the weird body shape aside, the asymmetry aside, what is good about this figure? Well, I do like the Batarang. I actually do like the Bat emblem that's embossed and sticking up. I don't get why he put the weird knives in the back, but I do like the shape of the cape. The cape is well sculpted. I like this cape. I like it. I don't even mind the fact that it's got two little up curls here. I kind of like that. I like it. So the cape is good. The face sculpt, I'm not a big fan of that face sculpt. It's lacking. The utility belt throws me off. But, so basically it's got, the boots are nice. I like the way the boots are designed. But, you know, for three things that I like, I mean, the boots, the design of the cape, the bat emblem. Okay, four things. I also like the Batarang, even though I think it would have been a little bit better designed. There's so many things about this one that throw me off. The body sculpt is throwing me off. It's kind of like if I was like I stood like this all the time off camera, bent over. Yeah, not the best McFarlane Batman ever. This is one of the ones that pass on it. If you haven't bought this one, pass on it. Unless you want to take it apart, you know, like for example, take the cape off, put the cape on another figure. But this whole body here, it's just not a good Batman. So this is like, how would I put it this way? It's on the shelf. It is going to go on my shelf because it has to go on the shelf because I took it out of the package. Where am I going to put this on the shelf? I know, behind the shelf. That's where this one's going. It's going behind the shelf. Not a good Batman figure. I'm sorry, Mr. McFarlane. You won me over last week with that freaking nightmare gold black bat hellbat. This one, yeah, disappointing. Okay, so that's it for the Batman. So let's just do Marvel next. Why not? Let's do Ulik. You know, this big bad guy from Thor. So let's take him out of the package and see if the show gets better. Back soon. Well, as you saw in the close-up, he's pretty well detailed. He is. He's also a good size. Like I said, this is the kind of Marvel Legends I kind of like for the size. And normally I hate this kind of torso, right? The U-shape. But because it's armor, it actually doesn't bother me. It actually works. The hammer I love is great. He does come with a spare head, which I'll probably swap out later. And, of course, the fist. I like open hands. Well detailed, even though you can barely see the fact he's got the collar on. I like him. Now, posability wise, he's posable. There's only one problem I have with him. This just throws me off. Not the fact that the ankles move, it's just that this weird space behind kind of throws me off. Now, overall, I like him. I do like him. I will swap the head out after. He's definitely posable. He definitely will fit with my DC. Oh my God, look. Bad design versus a good design. Yeah, he's a good 8 inches too, which is nice. I like the height. If all Marvel Legends were like as well built as this, I would probably have more Marvel Legends now. But yeah, overall, not bad. I like him. I got him off a private collector, so I didn't pay regular retail for this. I paid a lot less. So I'm happy with this one. I do like it. I like the detail in the legs. It's well detailed. I mean, once again, okay, going back to that mini episode I did in Captain America, why did Diamond Select not do that for Captain's chainmail? Just saying, it looks so cool. No, this one will go on my Marvel Legends shelf once I have shelves. I can dream about having displays and shelves. It'd be so nice. Yes. But no, I do like him. I'm happy I got him. He's definitely a bad guy I could see fitting in. The funny thing is, when I look at him, though, I think about Calabac. Yeah. It's almost as if Darkseid had another son in a different universe. Just saying. It looks amazing. Makes me think of Calabac. Big guy, big hammer. Need I say more? Then again, hail to the king, Mr. Kirby, because So many of these wonderful characters came from his mind and imagination. But that's it for good old Ulic here. Let me see, who should we do next? Oop, I just dropped something. I don't care. Okay, well, we're doing big guys. Let's keep going with big guys. Let's do Fisto. By the power of me opening up the package, we'll be back in a moment. There you go. You saw Fisto with the giant fist. I changed the other fist hand for the one that holds the sword. I know what you're thinking. I got this guy because of the beard. Yeah, you're partially right. I have a thing for beards. I have one. And I like characters that have beards because you don't have that many characters that have beards. Now, I have some problems with Fisto. Not just the fact that that fist would be almost impossible to lift. Posability wise, he's limited. I mean, their shoulders don't go down. They really don't. It's like a real bodybuilder. They sometimes can't put their arms down. So when it comes to articulation, he's limited. They also have a really loose leg pivot here. It's really loose. So articulation is a negative on this one. He's not as posable as I would like. Compared to, say, for example, the Savage He-Man, which is very posable. This one has some... You can take this armor off, which, if you do customizing, not a bad idea. I can see myself on another character using that armor chest plate. I wish He-Man could take these things off so you can do other things with them, because, frankly, a lot of these He-Man bodies wouldn't be bad for some custom jobs if it wasn't for this, and to take that's off, pain in the butt. Now, overall, am I going to become a crazy He-Man collector? No. No, I have a few of these. I don't like some of the ones they've done. I mean, I watched the cartoons. I wasn't a kid watching. I didn't grow up watching them, but I did watch them because I like animation. And I've been seeing a lot of these characters coming out, especially with the Motus that are never saw on the cartoon show. Ever. They're just making characters up. And for Revelations... This one's a bit disappointing. I expected more for the construction of this guy. Bit disappointing. Good head sculpt, though. I like the head. Yeah. But bit disappointing in Fisto. It would have been nice to have a bit more shoulder length, and I did warm them up. So that's the worst problem, too, is I warmed them up, but these shoulders just won't go down. So that's it for He-Man. That is really loose. So, overall... Yeah, it'll go on a shelf. Let's just put it that way. On a He-Man shelf. Once I eventually set up a He-Man shelf. Well, actually, I kind of do have a He-Man shelf, but it's just separate from everything else. And it's just bundled together. But on that note, now that we've done He-Man, let's do Spawn. Now, this one I saw, I don't know the character. Like I said, I don't read the comic books, but I see a lot of potential with this. And after I open it up and you see it, we'll talk about that. Back in a short little bit. All right off. You saw in the close-up, he has this extra base, which I really like. I like the fact that there's a different base. Now I use both of them for stability reasons. He also has these accessories. Now, one thing I must admit, I give Todd really props to this one. This goes on his fist. Now, if you look at it in close detail, you see it can go on either of his hands. Depends on how you face it. Smart thinking. That one is really cool thinking. Now, but when you look at him, this is why I think I'm going to have to budget and get at least another one of these guys. Actually, I need to get two. I need to get two more of these guys because I actually do like this character as is. I mean, Even though there's some things that are asymmetrical about it, some things I'm not a big fan of the fake chain. Not a fan of that. I like the cape, but when I look at this guy, I have two DC characters that come to mind. Okay? And I can see myself doing this. Okay, I just recently watched a DC animated movie, the Green Lantern with Jon Stewart, where they made Al Jordan go evil. Sacrilege. But I figured, you know what? If you want to do a sort of like Elseworld story where Jon Stewart becomes Parallax, see where I'm going? A little bit of paint, maybe get rid of these things or maybe not. This would be a really cool, evil Jon Stewart Green Lantern. The details are amazing in this guy. So that was the first thing that came to mind. It's an evil Jon Stewart. You just put a Green Lantern thing on it. It looks good. But then when I spent more time looking at the armor, okay, and in this new politically woke world of ours where we keep on changing, you know, everyone's gender and race and everything else, I went, well, what about a African American Lex Luthor? I mean, he's bald. This makes me think of Lex Luthor's power suit. Or if you just want to do a different type of Lex Luthor, you could basically make a couple of modifications to this thing and turn this thing into a Lex Luthor suit. That's why I need at least two more of these guys. I'm going to have to get two more. I'm going to have to budget and get two more of these guys just because I see so... This is one. McFarlane, you did good. I see so much potential with this design. I have no idea if the character is a good guy or not. I really don't. But I do see potential. Now, articulation, there are a few parts that are a bit stiff, like the elbows are stiff. But then again, even after I customize them, if I do get two more, I'm going to go on a shelf. So let me know if you want to see what a custom of this would look like. Because it would take some time. I do have to get two more because I don't plan on taking this guy apart. I like him. He definitely has he's well sculpted. He's well detailed. The only two negatives, I hate this chain and I'm not a big fan of the skirt thingy. I mean, it kind of ties in with the cape, but I can definitely see myself turning Sin into an evil Jon Stewart Green Lantern. Yeah. I can see myself doing that. The Lex Luthor, I'd have to, you know, maybe find a different head. But yeah, let me know in your comments, what would you like to see me do? If I do get two more of these, which one would you like to see a custom of? So far, this is one of my most impressed McFarlane toys. I like it. I actually do like that one. So let's review what we have so far. Okay? We've got a Todd McFarlane Batman that is definitely a pass or behind the shelf. We have Marvel Legends Ulik, which I actually like. Nice heavyweight. One knock is the feet, but, you know, middle of the shelf. If I had shelving. Fisto, buried in the pile of my He-Mans. Sin, when I do eventually get shelving and I do get a Spawn shelf, front of the shelf, right off the bat. I mean, the accessories are cool. He's well designed. And like I said, I see so much customizing potential with him. But the show is not over yet. As I said before, I was never a fan of the Turtles. I don't know what's got into me in this past year, but for some odd reason, NECA, Turtles as Monsters has got me over. So let's pop that Velcro, take Frankenstein out of the package, and take a look. Back shortly. All right, this is definitely my favorite of the day. I just really like the way he looks. It gives me a laugh at the same time. I'm thinking Frankenstein. And by the way, if you're gonna put chains on an action figure, that's how you do it. These, I mean, they're thin, but it adds so much more into details. I mean, with NECA, you are going to get better details a lot of times, but everything about this guy is fun. I mean, he wouldn't be as agile as a regular, turtle would be. He's not as posable. He is stiff. But I also like the fact, by the way, he does come with extra hands, including some that can hold these. But I love the fact, check this out. You didn't see us well in the close-up. Lightning bolts! They are basically electric. Well done. Well done. This is front of the shelf when it comes to monsters. There's so much detail in this thing. It's just so much fun. Now, he is big and bulky. He's stiff. And I still have, even though I warmed him up, I still can't get the ankle joints to move a bit better, but it's a NECA. It's fun. I like it. This one's a fun one. It's just a good take on Frankenstein as a turtle. Front of the shelf. That's all I gotta say. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's episode of On the Peg. Now, for next week, expect a few more mini episodes. Maybe one or two. There'll be some shorts as well. Because even though I was not able to save all my footage that was lost when my computer crashed last week, and I have to admit, it was frustrating. I had 6 shorts filmed. The edits were almost done, and boom. I had Dr. Cool. I had one with Slim, 3 with Leroy Jr., and it just, it killed me that it crashed. But life goes on. I'll be filming some new shorts with them, maybe some new shorts with me. I don't know. That filming has to wait. But we are going to be doing not 1, but 2 episodes, regular episodes of On the Peg next week. One of them, of course, is going to be, I'm going to finally take these out of the package, the McFarlane Digitals, including Green Lantern. These are coming out of the package in 1 episode next week, and a regular episode on Friday. Now, this episode, I have so many backed up now, they're falling down. That's why we're doing 2 episodes. I have like a backlog of action figures, and they're starting to fall down. Which is why I need shelving. I need so many more shelvings. But this is what happens. You have pre-orders that you make 6 months at a time. They come in one shot, and you have to start catching up. That said, the digital special will probably be up on, say, Wednesday. But next Friday, there'll be another regular episode. I'm not sure what I'm doing for next Friday night's show. So you'll have to tune in for that one. But in the meantime, as I like to say, thank you so much for watching the show. From the bottom of my broken, scarred, barely beating heart, thank you for keeping up the encouragement of me watching the show. Thank you to any new subscribers, by the way. I will eventually do a shout out to all my subscribers. From the dark, deep, depressive recesses of my darkened soul, thank you for watching the show. You give me a reason for doing this. And as always, one of the best things I could say to people, the best advice I could say is, do your best to stay healthy. And of course, you want to stay happy because it helps you to basically stay positive. Even if you have to do like I do half the time, I'm just faking this, wonderful personality. Smile while you still have teeth. But even if you have to fake a smile, they always say, if you fake a smile every day, eventually that smile is going to be real. So with that, do your best to stay positive. And keep in mind, remember this, as long as you have toys, you're off to a good start. We'll see you next week.